Hey everyone, I'm Nathan, and in May of this year, it'll be 5 years since the show She-Ra and the Princesses of Power first debuted on Netflix. I love this show, and the fandom's been a little slow lately, so I thought I'd contribute by making a video where I redesigned the characters of He-Man, but in the ever so iconic She-Ra style. I've been watching a lot of free He-Man here on YouTube. You can watch entire episodes streaming online randomly, and I'm very here for it. As far as being entertaining, I was surprised of how good the original pacing of the show is, and I've sort of fallen in love with the characters, and I just have so many headcanons and opinions about how it should be remade as a shonen anime. So that's what I'm here to do. I'm gonna redesign characters, talk about my headcanons, then at the very end, draw some fan art based off of this non-existent show that hasn't happened. But let's not waste any more time. Without further ado, let's get into the video. Because I found these She-Ra character model sheets, it actually made emulating the style much easier. I especially like how on every sheet it compares the character size to Adora and to her She-Ra form, because she does have this growth spurt. So my concept with He-Man was taking certain characters and matching them up height-wise. For He-Man himself, I used the Scorpia model. For Prince Adam, I used She-Ra. They're twins, so it's they should have the same height. I used Catra for Teela. Double Trouble I used as the model for Stratos, and then Frosta is Ram. And don't worry about who these characters are. I'm about to go through them individually if you're not super familiar with He-Man and explain who they are. Prince Adam is the alter ego to He-Man, who is Adora's twin brother from another dimension. So I really liked how inside Princess of Power, when Adora transforms, she just becomes taller and glowier. And we saw other She-Ras who existed in the show, it was a mantle that was passed down. I think I would do something similar with He-Man, because I think it's really problematic how in most of the reboots, he's this little twink who becomes this big muscular man. Not that there's anything wrong with choosing to change your body type or make steps towards that. I just don't think it promotes healthy body image ideals into little boys. So I just think it's very important both Adam and He-Man have the same body type. And in the original cartoon in the 80s, their models were identical. The only thing difference was how camp Adam's outfits were with his lavender tights and his pink vest. I brought back his original colors. I hate when they make Adam wear a desaturated magenta or just a straight up red or maroon. It's no, he wears purple, lavender, and pink. Let's see it. That's what the gays want. So Stratos is a character that I think Mattel is extremely sleeping on. I've been rewatching a lot of He-Man, like I said in the intro. And in my research, I learned that Stratos was initially intended to be a villain, but he ended up being a good guy in the series. You might look at him and see a flying gorilla. I see a brooding love interest. So Stratos is fulfilling the role of Catra in this series, but Stratos isn't evil. He's the rival of the shonen anime. He's Sasuke. He's Todoroki. He's Bakugo. And the thing that's going to make this shonen American anime stand apart from all the other ones is that the rival and the main character, who is Adam, are going to be gay and in love, because it's so random how in all these shonen animes, the main love line is this buddy story between the main boy and his rival, and then the girl is just there and she just takes up space and is never given any development or plot time. No, we are skipping that. We're not doing it. And also Stratos has this bird motif going on, so it's how Catra had the cat thing. Teela is interesting because she kind of encompasses both Glimmer and Bo, because she's the daughter of the captain of the guard, and then she's also kind of the captain of the guard. So that's very similar with how Glimmer was the daughter of the queen and how she had all that responsibility. But she has armor like Bo. I don't know. One great thing about her is that she's been liberated from having to be He-Man's beard. Love that for her. So she can go off and actually do something else in her storyline, which will probably revolve around how her mother is actually the sorceress of Grayskull. What? Crazy, I know. Here I switch back to Stratos for a moment because I wanted to add his wings, and message to Mattel, you are serious missing out on having a super popular toy line with these characters. He-Man and the Princes of Power. It wouldn't be called that because I think he's the only prince. You would have all the action figures with all their special little things they can do, but you could make Stratos literally fly. There was this toy brand called Sky Dancers in the 90s. I remember that commercial so well. And I looked it up, and they are not owned by Mattel. They're owned by this company called Galoob. So, Mattel, you have the money. Either buy Galoob or get into that space. Like, find a way around that patent and develop your own flying Barbies or whatever. But definitely make a flying Stratos, because He-Man will be able to do that twisty hitting thing, and everyone will be obsessed with his boyfriend who can frickin' fly. So Ram Man was also a minor character in the He-Man cartoon, and I actually don't think he would be one of the main cast. I think that position would go to Orko, but because Orko is like already very cutesy, putting him in a She-Ra style is like pretty one-to-one, so I don't think it's that interesting for me to do. But there are these background characters in She-Ra that are like animal people, and I was like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna make Ram Man an actual ram, like a little cute goat person. That's it. That was the whole concept. I think it worked out well. I also think Ram Man's toy, like its action feature, is pretty cool. The way that it can like bounce with these springy legs. I made them look more like leg warmers, but I didn't mind them. And I think if there was a way to make like a super jump, like charge it up so the toy would like shoot really high in the air, that would be kind of fun. Man in the She-Ra style is so cute. Oh my gosh. I don't innovate on the design much because it's so iconic, but I'll just take this moment to kind of contrast how He-Man compares to Adam. Like, I love how I put Adam in like this hoodie so you can't really tell how bulky he is. And I love that I put an A on Adam's sweatshirt. Like, it looks so I'm at school, which is so shonen anime, but also there's an H that I make on He-Man's harness. And that's not an original idea. I've actually seen other artists do it recently, but I just thought that was kind of cute. I'm just a big fan of the contrast between barbarian and athleisure. This is the finished image. As you can tell, I did it very, very quickly. I really like how they all came out. I love their designs. But now that I have these He-Man characters in my head immortalized in the She-Ra style, I take it one step further and I make fan art of these designs. And by these designs, I mean just of Adam and Stratos. Like, we're just doing my ship. But if you want to see me redesign more He-Man characters in the She-Ra style, like, subscribe, let me know in the comments down below, and maybe I'll do this again. Or maybe I'll just make fan art of Teela next time. I don't know. Now we're getting into the fan art. The main concept here is size difference, because Adam is shorter than Stratos, but then He-Man is, of course, giant compared to Stratos. So I love that transformation in the relationship. That's some of my favorite Catra Adora fan art too. Adora becomes She-Ra and she's just huge and like holding Catra. I think it's really cute and nice and I like it. So I do 3 different poses here of both of them together. One of like short Adam jumping up onto Stratos. One of like Stratos accidentally backing into a very huge He-Man, and then one of them kissing. The kiss is like one part laziness because it's a close-up shot, but also I haven't drawn kissing in a really long time, and I was like, I really need to do this, because that's one of those things that if you don't draw it, you can kind of forget how it works, and it's a really good test of like drawing heads in perspective, so I include that as well. This is the part of the video where you get to watch me draw these beautiful fan arts, and I get to talk to you about why He-Man would make a great shonen anime. So it fits all the archetypes, right? We have Adam, who's this boy that's like pure of heart and kind of generic, but like in an endearing way, in a relatable way. He gets chosen by the sorceress to be like He-Man, which is like passed down, you know, think about She-Ra, it's like this mantle through the ages. So he has to go to like the great big adventuring school with all of the other kids to learn how to be a great hero and defender of the land and all that stuff. I actually got inspired by this because while watching the show, there was a reference to Teela being at like a wizard college. I don't think she was studying to be a wizard, but there was a wizard who was attending the same college as her who had a crush on her really badly, and she did not like him. But that concept was so interesting to me. Like, this is a place with colleges and stuff. So I definitely age the characters down so they're no longer adults, have them be in like their late teens, and then have them all being at this like great big academy, and you can have all of our faves there. Orko is taking wizard classes with that guy that likes Teela. The first arc is definitely going to be the tournament arc where everyone has one-on-one battles so you can understand what everyone does, which I think is absolutely perfect for the show because there's so many characters that are going to be so many toys that Mattel is going to sell. And we have to know all of their powers and what they do, what tribe they're the prince of or whatever. It's just like the perfect location for this to happen. It's just giving such My Hero Academia, and I am so here for it. We could go and see all of the great side characters' intricate lives and backstories and really flesh them out. Like, I love in a tournament arc when we get to spend time with each of the combatants and really get to know who they are. Because, like, Stratos has a sister who, like, betrayed his tribe and his people and is now working for the Dark Horde, but they're not called that. I forget what they're called in the He-Man. She's working for Skeletor, which is not cool. And that's why he's so dark and brooding and gloomy and his heart. I just really love Stratos, you guys. And this is our finished image. What a fun time. Thank you for listening to me ramble on and on about my new niche interest. If you think I should have a meeting with Netflix to pitch this idea, tell me in the comments down below. And while you're there, hey, why not like and subscribe? And if you really like the channel and want to help me out, check me out on Patreon, link in the description. For $4 a month, you can get your name in the end credits. And there are a ton of other perks too. Check it out. Let me know your favorite He-Man redesign or how badly you want to put your face in He-Man's pecs. Oh gosh. I need to sign off. But before I do, it's that time again, folks, for the end credits. Special thanks to Blue Oooo, Christopher, MOE, Game of Catan on IG, Gay Jarris, Melon, Prance, SL Blue, Smalls the Sax Jammer, Thumper Daytime, Tarthalinor, Tuesdays Anyways, and Tuppets Pies. My name is Nathan. I upload every Wednesday and Saturday, and I'll see you soon. Bye.